Board game companies are very late on striking when the iron's hot, while video game companies understand that news moves a million miles a minute. Eyeballs is the most important thing of their marketing. Yeah. So this is the other thing that board game companies. Okay. So what we've learned from a certain situation from a certain YouTuber is how much money people get paid for doing like Kickstarter previews. And the problem is board game companies don't come out with like a set date for their newest game and do like a reveal for it. Like they don't do it, and they just post like a couple pictures and like a few paragraphs. Like that's fine too, but if you're not making videos with it as well, you're messing up in my opinion. Is you make your video thing, and then like weeks before, right? You have this big push on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or whatever your all your social media platforms, your Discord, all that fun stuff, and you say like July 27th. New game announcement, but like you make it a fun trailer or whatever, right? Make it hype. You are going to have so many content creators watching that, especially the live streaming community, which continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the Instagram or the live stream community for board games keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're taking all their notes in the video game side of things, which is kind of huge. So you have to pay attention to how they do things. You will get coverage that way. You're going to have all these YouTubers make videos because it's free content. It's easy content for us to put up and frankly kind of make money, right? And then that is so much more press and hype machine than just giving your game to one person and giving to them months in advance and giving them $3,000-$4,000 to do it. Like it's not that hard to do marketing. It's just, and all the steps are there where it's already been done for them. This industry is about 20 years behind video games, and the video game marketing industry used to be really, really, really bad too, like terrible. And they've slowly figured out that they have to work with content creators, work with live streamers, work with YouTubers, you work with Instagram people, whatever. It doesn't even matter what it is. They write people on Reddit, and they refused to do it for a long time. They finally did, and video games sales exploded, right? When I was a kid, to date myself, video games were not the cool thing to do, right? They were not the cool thing to do. Now it's very mainstream, and like almost everyone plays video games, right? It's very mainstream. Board games are still not mainstream, and it's still quote unquote not cool to play board games. Board games can get to that, but they stay in their own little niche and refuse to grow outside of it because they're just marketing the same way everyone else has done it and chasing the same dollars everyone else is. They could be saving so much money on marketing, be saving so much money on, and I know they sit there and say, well, like, we get these, you know, other YouTubers out there as ways to build market platforms. I'm sorry, it's not a good way anymore because everyone recognizes you're paying for a big thing, right? You're paying for their reach. That's all it is. You're just paying for reach. So it's not an honest review or anything. Like just give out free copies when it comes out, or if you do Kickstarter, do interviews, right? Talk to people, play games ahead of time. Like there's so much you could do, and they're so far behind all of it. Oh my God, you're right. I see ads for the upcoming games on Facebook. That's just a few out of context photos and just text. It doesn't tell me anything. I had a board game company today who I love. I love this company. And I won't mention who it is because I don't want to like diss them on a video. And they announced their next game. And it's literally like, hey, this is their next game. Here's 2 pictures. It's going to be really fun. And here's the Board Game Geek page for it. Keep your eye out on it. And the page has nothing on it. There's nothing on it. So it's like, I'm not going to keep going to that page over and over and over. Like, just say like, here's a card. We're going to have a bigger announcement on August 5th or whatever it is. And then get all your ducks in a row to make sure that August 5th is your date that works well. Like, again, this isn't hard, but our industry just refuses to do this. And instead they're going to give their game out to 4 people. They're going to pay them thousands upon thousands of dollars. And everyone that you see on Reddit and Facebook will still talk about how like, oh, well, so-and-so likes it, but I don't like so-and-so. So what's the point of the game, right? Like, it's just silly. It's silly. Games Workshop posts a 30-second tease trailer and you get hundreds of videos wondering what it could be. Exactly. I think that's something that a lot of new or young TCGs have got into. That's a good point. I think trading card games marketing has been a lot better, and that's a very competitive space, you figure too.